Hey, Adam.
Yes.
Want to trade a little bit?
Sure.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm Adam Maness.
And I'm Peter Martin.
And you're listening to the You'll Hear podcast.
Advice and inspiration for music and life coming at you.
Coming at you so hard today, Peter. We're coming at you so hard. And we're sponsored by Open Studio. Go to openstudiojazz.com for all your jazz lesson needs. And today...
Jazz lessons from jazz legends. We haven't been saying that enough, man.
That is the tagline.
Christian McBride, legend.
Legend.
Diane Reeves,
legend.
Jeffrey Keezer,
legend.
Adam Maness.
Well, we're getting there.
Well, come on. That's how we do it.
No, but you know what? Today we thought this is fun. We thought we would just play a little bit. Just a little bit is what we thought we would play. And that we would talk about kind of what we're thinking and how you can play your great not just your good but
right.
Like how to really get the most out of what you're playing by kind of breaking down, I think, some ideas that we're playing. We should throw a bone to the nerds here about the chord changes we're playing over today and what they are.
Okay.
Right. If you are a super nerd, you'll just mute this for the next 10 seconds and go figure them out with your own ears.
That's right. Little ear training exercise. But that intro and what we'll kind of go over today is C7 for 2 bars, F7 for 2 bars, B flat 7 for 2 bars, and then like an E flat major. And then there's a little, little turn around, a little 2-5 back to the C7 if you dig. And we might do some substitutions. We might suss out on it.
Reharm. We might suss.
We're going to suss the situation out and
suss
see if
the hell out of this situation.
Right. We might have already been doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of a little circle of fourths, little or circle of fifths if you're going downhill.
Yeah. It's just a sketch.
It's a little sketch.
Just a sketch. It's just something that we can bounce ideas off of from each other.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can play your great shit.
That's right. And hopefully, like what we're looking at here is doing a little bit more specific analysis for lines, techniques, little strategies that we have that we probably don't ever think about in real time.
Yeah.
We talk about improvising, playing interesting solos. It's all about setting up and executing on your story that you're telling. So these are just parts of it. So we don't want you to get too hung up on the licks or whatever, but we're going to take just different phrases and really talk about what they are. But we still want everyone to think about them, within the organic flow of an entire story.
Can I break down something that we both did that I kind of copied you on from that intro? Can I play a little chorus here and I'll play a little bit of what I'm thinking?
Let's do it.
The first thing that I hung on to, and I'm going to switch up the vibe a little bit.
Okay.
3.
So that was all great. That was all great.
No good now. No. So did you catch what I caught?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you talking about the kind of playing with the fourth, almost the melodic suspended fourth and
totally.
third?
Yeah. Well, I heard you do it up top, and so then I kind of copied that by doing. But we'll get there. We'll get there in a minute. But tell the folks what that is.
Yeah. So that's just we're on that C7. So you've got fourths coming up melodically off of the fifth. And that's such a it's such a great melodic resolution, directionally and everything. And then you've really got what is a very intense, minor second there when we place them together. But it's a leading tone up and down as well. And it's kind of almost like the mirror image of the blues, which is the minor third to major third, the fourth to the third. So it gives you that kind of enclosure, whether you play the minor third or not.
It's like a bright blue note. It's like a light blue note.
It is, exactly. And you've always got,
all the different kind of permutations of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. What was the last one you just did?
That's like a really like almost like an F major 7 or F major 9 over C.
Oh, yeah.
And when we talk about really playing great, sometimes it's about, finding a harmonic shape that really resonates with you.
Yeah.
And this, we always think about this as, this is just for piano players, but the great horn players are always thinking harmonically, even if they can't play all those notes, and you'll hear him like play. Like I remember Terrence Blanchard like playing with him, and he'll always like be going, like he'll play he'll play chords, because he's thinking melodically, but he's hearing that complete harmony. So this is just, sometimes if you can find that shape that you like, and then you can come up with melodic ideas over this. And this is really as simple as F major 9 over C.
Yeah.
But I'm putting that 9th down here, and I'm omitting the 3rd. And that lends really nicely to that 4th versus 3rd kind of duality.
That's so beautiful, man. Yeah. Something that I kind of... That's the real shit.
Yeah.
Some shit that I latched onto as I was going over my first time was... we have our C7, and I was, kind of aping you on that. And then when I got that F7, I think I kind of went into like like almost like a C blues scale or like a C minor pentatonic. And you can kind of ride this, the C minor pentatonic.
Right. Wait, you're not switching blues scales?
No,
every
you
chord?
can kind of, no, that's a secret. Did you know that? You can kind of ride this C blues scale over this whole damn thing.
Yeah, and I just want to point out a really slick thing that Adam just did. So this, the flatted 5th down to the 4th grace note on any instrument, vocals, doesn't matter. But when you go up,
yeah,
and then you stylize it after that.
Oh,
Anytime, I always think about melodies as, it's kind of like if you tell a story and you say something in a bland way versus giving it a little flair at the end. And a nice flair, I mean, this has got the blues. Yeah.
The end.
Yeah, exactly. Like, my liege. No. So it's like the blues is already giving it a flair, of course, but you could be like, that's a little bit vanilla,
Oh, yeah.
What about going up there?
What about...
Oh, yeah.
Go into your own...
And then, to that point...
Oh, yeah. So, what are you doing there?
So this is where this I do a whole lot of it. I think it like all this stuff, if you play it as part of your story and play it confidently, it can be some great shit. But you're taking this phrase that we've already established that we like, that originally was based upon that 4/3 situation. Mm-hmm. And now we're going to the next chord, F7, and we're just changing a note. You usually have a couple different possibilities, but you could start out certainly going with the closest thing. So I'm going. So of course that gives it bluesy, but that's to fit it into that F7.
You're just changing that one note as the chord changes. Yeah.
And then the slick thing about this and how to really make this sound good is to be more like, instead of like, to make it exactly
First of all, don't make
the
that
same.
face.
Yeah, don't make that face. Hashtag don't make that face. No, but also to think about like how are you gonna change it up?
Yeah.
And that's when you're telling the story and you start going.
How are you gonna change it up?
I'm just gonna mess up the chord shades. That's what I'm gonna do. No, so I'm going like I'm looking at a couple different variables. Rhythmic.
Yeah.
But from a syncopation standpoint, so if I start out, so I might start my approach to it rhythmically because melodically we're set, right? I mean, not that we have to keep doing that, but we've got the shape, right?
Yeah.
That's our shape. So we've got rhythm and harmony to play around with.
Okay, so that's another thing we both kind of did.
Yeah.
What you just... first of all, that was the great stuff of taking that. But where you just ended that, you did a slick little...
Yeah, what I don't even remember.
I'm pretty sure it was just a tritone sub, right? Or maybe it was from the chromatic below, but it was some substitution to the one. Yeah.
I'm actually thinking more like G altered kind of. But maybe I played something different.
G altered?
Yeah.
That's super interesting. To the E flat.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh wait. What was that? Oh no, you're right. Yeah, I went to E. To E.
Like a E7 sharp 11 kind of thing.
Yeah.
So this is great. So that's like the first thing we could talk about like how do we switch it up when we're kind of going through, and we want to do our first substitutions on that. Yeah, don't do that. That's
that
super. But thinking out loud here, you just going to that E flat, you hit that E7 sharp 11 or whatever it was. It might have been altered, maybe.
Yeah,
something.
sharp 9 probably.
Sharp 9, yeah. To that E flat major 7. So that E7 altered or sharp 9 is related to that B flat 7, right?
Yes.
Which is the chord that is the dominant chord going to that E flat, and that's why you use it, right? You're just changing that root note, but you can use literally the same scale. Like that's B flat, right? How about E?
Yeah, no, that's cool. I want to just jump right into something because you're playing some good shit there. So play that same line. I'm going to count it off, okay?
If I can remember.
Oh, it doesn't even have to be the exact same line, but rhythmically come at the same place.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. No, because you came in on the and at first. You're like,
okay, so
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You hear how Adam's, like the way that you phrase that, that's the right way to play that.
Oh, well, thanks,
you know what I mean?
Man. Oh,
and it's just, it's so much like rhythm and playing in the groove.
That's the right way.
That's the right way. So it enables you to play almost anything melodically, so you can start to use your imagination as much or as little as you want when you've got that kind of rhythmic precision. And it's all about like the entry point. Like if you mess up the entry place, because that's where you're setting up where the groove and the melody intersect.
Yeah.
The melody that you're about to create. If you nail that first note, it's just like a first impression. You can kind of do whatever. You can stretch and pull or whatever. So it's like, to put it in context, then when you get to the, let's see it. 2, 3, 4, F7. Woo. So it's the note after it lines up where you came in, but it's really that first note. Because when we start on the beat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you got to be precise with that too. But the upbeat, that's more of a challenge for a lot of people.
It is.
I think for us, and for players that are experienced, you get used to it. But that's something, especially for more intermediate players, if you can nail this, you can make almost anything sound good. So like on the beat, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the upbeat. But if you come in sloppy, I'll try to do. It's harder to make the line work, right? So really pay attention to like where you come in on the beat.
It's funny to hear you with that sloppy technique, man, because you're so precise with that. But yeah, there's a great way to practice that too. You practice it.
That's right. Wait, you're not giving the hack, the shortcut?
You just practice it.
If you're enjoying this, like and subscribe. That might help. You're still gonna have to practice it, but we're here every week giving little tips like this out because we're trying to help everybody play better.
You just gotta practice that.
And then this is very much something that I think for drummers, for piano players, for guitar players, can come easier maybe than a horn player. I mean, of course, the great horn players do this too, but we're thinking about comping.
For
like this kind of rhythmic, the rhythmic precision. Because if you think about comping, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very much that same kind of 2, 2.
Yeah. Woo. Come on, don't hurt him. Don't hurt him.
Oh, let's show him that little trick. This is a good way to sound great. Play some great shit, I should say. We're swinging here. I know we've played a couple different grooves. The grooves actually don't matter that much. So you could be like walk a bass line onto the same change.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go.
So I was going back and forth from like.
Yeah. Like you're changing your sense of the time.
Yeah. Like almost going to a funk groove, but it works over the swing. A little Kenny Kirkland trick there, right?
Great,
where you're
man.
like.
Yeah.
Woo.
Come on.
Got him back in. I got him. You went out and I.
Yeah, you pulled me back in.
Pulled you back
But I think that funk kind of thing, if you kind of feel that backbeat, I mean, you don't have to go in and out of it. That is kind of just showing. But it's like once you start hearing it and you go there, it's a nice. You should never feel like, oh, I have to wait. We have to all go to the groove. And for solo piano, you can be seamless with this stuff. You can go wherever you want.
Again, if you like what you hear, hit a like and subscribe. Hey, you know what though?
What though?
You can also just watch our other YouTube videos about all this stuff. People are going to ask like what we're playing with our left hand, the bass lines. They're going to ask about the left hand voicings. You're going to have to wait. We're going to have to do a whole different thing. We're not going to do that today. But don't forget to go to openstudiojazz.com to check out all of our courses.
Yes. Yeah. We go through. I mean, all this stuff there is about. I mean, Jeff Keezer's courses.
Is he good at left hand stuff?
He's very good at left hand and right hand. I mean, and he's playing good shit all the time.
He is.
But his lessons
career
are really
of good
great.
shit.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times the stuff I hear on there is like confirmation. Like I've heard that, but I'd never heard it explained in that way. So it's confirmation of something and another approach in another way. So it's a lot.
He's got an amazing musical mind. Yeah, go check out Jeffrey Keezer's 2 courses over at openstudiojazz.com.
And you know what? It's always a great reminder. Like you could really practice developing these. I would say basic building blocks. I mean, these are some advanced techniques we've talked about today, but they're basic. Like some of them, like that, starting on the and of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
You can practice this over very basic chord changes. Like this isn't even a tune. This is just something we were in here playing around with.
This is some shit that we thought would be good.
Great shit.
Let's go out on this same thing, but let's change the groove way up. Okay. And until tomorrow.
You'll hear it.
2, 3.